Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh. Today is Sunday, May 10th. My name is Chrissy Ambras. I use she, her pronouns, and for anyone experiencing visual disabilities, I'm a light-skinned woman in my mid-40s. I have shoulder-length brown hair, and I'm wearing a pink blouse. Our minister, the Reverend Kate Walker, is on sabbatical for 3 more weeks. But this morning, I'm so very excited to welcome today's guest, Dr. Bruce Rabin, MD. He's a newer member of our congregation, but for 45 years, Dr. Rabin has studied the science of coping with stress at the University of Pittsburgh and UPMC. He and his colleagues have developed and implemented stress coping programs, which have been shown to help people practice and adhere to behaviors that maintain their wellness and lower their risk of developing serious and life-threatening conditions and diseases. Welcome. And welcome to everyone here and everyone who is with us online. You are so welcome here. If you are live, if you are watching us in the future, you are welcome. If you are a longtime member, a new member, a guest, a friend, you are welcome. We Unitarian Universalists are one people of many faiths, many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We're a multi-faith religious community where diversity is celebrated and questions are always expected. We're all growing, all learning, and all loved, just as we are, and you are welcome. If this is your first time with us, we would love to get in touch. If you are here with us and haven't done so, please visit our welcome desk through that door and down the stairs. If you're on YouTube, please visit our website. You can Google First Unitarian and sign up for our newsletter. And in that newsletter, you will see information this week about our annual meeting and potluck. So the Board of Trustees invites you to be updated about the church, our finances, our members, all of the amazing people and programs that make this church what it is. It's happening next Sunday, May 17th. It starts at noon. And all of the details, including what kind of dish is requested of you, are in the aforementioned newsletter.
Erica Shadowsong, Lifespan Religious Education Director, for those of you who don't know me, and I have a couple of announcements. We are about to begin our summer program. We've had religious education all year, and next week is our last class of the year before we begin a summer program in June. And I wanted to invite members of the congregation to, especially if you're going to be here over the summer, to consider helping out in the RE program while our parents are taking some time. Many of them are traveled, they've been busy, they've been carrying the program all year. So if you are available, we have a lead teacher. We're going to have some fun activities that involve things like making a blanket fort or making fairy houses. It's all going to be really cool stuff. If you think you could be a helper, please let me know. Also, the same is true for the nursery. We would love to have more people regularly in the nursery, give you time to get to know some of our new parents and the youngest ones among us. I will have information in the newsletter about those things this week, so keep an eye out. But come and talk to me or shoot me an email if you think that you can help. Thank you. Oh, there's 7 eggs left still. They'll be there till Halloween.
We turn now to our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. If you have a chalice at home, we invite you to light it at this time. We light this chalice in the name of Mother's Day and mothering that is in abundance from others other than mothers as well. The chalice lighting is brought to us by Dean Olivia. We light this chalice for mothers and mothering. We celebrate those who've taken on the task of nurturing a young one, a baby, a child, a youth into adulthood, to celebrate those who have nourished the light of truth and compassion in growing minds and hearts, to celebrate those who have committed time, money, energy to the growth of others in the world. We light this chalice to celebrate and hold dear this flame of love as we worship together. I ask you to rise as you're willing and able for hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth, and to note that verse 4, there's a change, and it's in the order of service, and I also hear that it will be on our screens. Good morning. I'm Alice Carnes, and for those with visual disabilities, I'm a fair-skinned woman in my 70s with graying white hair. I wear a sunburst pendant, y'all know this, with a moonstone in the center, and I have a charm of the flaming chalice, and I wear purple glasses, frames, and yeah, I think that's, oh, and I have a colorful shirt on this morning. And my pronouns are she, her. I invite you to join with me in our collective reading of our UU values and principles, starting with love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We covenant to practice interdependence. We honor the interdependent web of all existence. Practice pluralism. We celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. To practice justice, we work where all thrive. To practice transformation, we adapt to the changing world. To practice generosity, we cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. to practice equity, we declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity, love, and compassion. We are accountable to one another, doing the work of living our shared values through spiritual discipline of love. And I invite back Erica Shadowsong for the story for all ages.
All hear me? There we go. It's really important that we take care of all of us, right? That we include all of us. And so it is a new practice for me to try to remember to describe myself for those with visual disabilities. So I am wearing a red shirt and black pants, and I have a purple colored head wrap, and I have brown skin, and I wear glasses. And I would like to talk about things that grow. So plants grow naturally, right? They grow in the wild without our help, but sometimes plants grow better when we help them, right? Especially if we have a garden or we have plants that have more than one plant in the area. Some are stronger and some are weaker. What are some of the things that we do to help those plants grow? You can call it out. You can just say it out loud. We water them. What else? We prune them. You have to cut them and help them grow, just like we cut our hair. What else? We weed. Somebody back there? Fertilize. Yes. They have to have something good to eat, right? Anything else? Put them in the sunshine? Love. Love our plants. Sing. Sing to them. Yes. Good. Wow. Yes. And you know what? People are like that too. We're like plants too, right? Throughout our lives, we have many people that help us grow. Now, we can kind of grow on our own. We're going to get bigger. But there's a lot of things that we don't know how to do when we're really young. And all around us, throughout our lives, we have people who help us grow. What are some of the things that we do to help human beings grow? Things we teach, things we give. We can call those out as well. Read to them. My parents read to me, and I was a reader all my life. Definitely. What else? Lead by example. Sing with them, feed them. Talk to them. Yes, yes. What about teaching? We learn how to say words, right? We teach how to speak. We learn how to teach each other, right? And throughout our lives, we have all kinds of people who do this. We have parents, just like Mother on Mother's Day. We have our parents, but we also have grandparents and friends, right? And relatives and our community and all kinds of people who help us. So guess what? We can also help each other grow. Now, those of you who are smaller, you're not always going to be so small, and there's somebody smaller than you. So you can also help someone grow. What are some things that we can do while we're young to help even younger people grow? Any ideas? Play with them? Can we play with each other? Yeah? I bet Arbor has an idea. She always has an idea. What can you do to help a younger person grow? Somebody younger than you. Just be with them, maybe, right? Just play with them. Yeah, good. So we get the idea. So we're just like plants. We take care of each other, and we help each other grow better. And I invite you to reflect on that today, which is Mother's Day. And with that, you may remain seated. We're going to sing, and our children will go to our class.
light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I call up Mary Dennison. No? Not in the house? Okay. Every month, we share our generosity with a designated organization. This month is Reading Ready Pittsburgh. All donations are shared 50-50 with this organization unless otherwise designated. I'm sure Mary will join us on another Sunday to tell us a little bit more about this brilliant nonprofit that she founded and is flourishing and changing the lives of children in our area. Our religious community is made up of volunteers and staff, creating and hosting a variety of programming, and we rely on your financial support. In addition to the collection plate, and these messages are on our screens, you can donate by texting GIVE to 412-435-1050 and following the directions. And the offering will now be gratefully received to support the work, the wonder, and the witness of our religious community.
You greet the day in a beautiful way. Meet the sun with the love that's in your heart. You find my eyes, it's a big surprise. We're smiling now and soon the laughter really starts. Take you in my arms and dream of stories we will share all of our lives. The years go by in the blink of an eye. You're pushing now to find out who you are. Buzzing bees and climbing trees, you're rising up and reaching for the stars. The stories we have shared will lead you. Soon the time will come to say goodbye. Is more than glue and paper. Chapters come from story makers. We are more than flesh and bones. Our stories are our lives. Now you're grown and you're on your own, living stories with the love that's in your heart. She finds your eyes, it's a big surprise. You're smiling now and soon the laughter starts. You take her in your arms and dream of stories you will share all of your lives.
This is our time for meditation and silence. We hold each other in our hearts and minds with all of our joys and all of our sorrows. And you're invited into a few moments of silence, personal meditation or prayer, and then I'll offer a poem. I offer this poem by Linda Hart entitled Those Who Gave Us Life. From where have we come? This breath, these fingers, a heart that opens and closes, opens and closes. What is it that has made this body? Feet and legs and hair and teeth, we come into consciousness in the middle of the story. The world and its vast life reaches far before we knew and grasps at the future that we cannot see. And here we are, living these days, for better or for worse. Whatever acts of chance occurred to bring us to birth, whatever happenstance laid this particular path for our lives in these moments of calm and stillness, let our hearts open in gratitude for the gifts that can be found along the way, for love given sweet and free, for the peace of the morning, the warm colors of the sunset, for grace of companions, and moments of ongoing birth as our hearts are renewed, and for those who have offered us the gift of mothering, no matter their age or gender. Those who have tended and cared, who had offered support and comfort, who have companioned us. Those who have given us life by birth or by their presence, by our lives, or by their presence in our lives. Recognizing that grief often comes with such memories, let us open in compassion for our broken hearts, for lost mothers, mothers who could not love us as we needed, mothers who abandoned us, and especially for those whose longing for children was never met. In the stillness of these moments, I invite you to say silently the names of those who have given you life and those who have companioned you, who are held in your heart this day. May it be so, blessed be, and amen. And please remain seated for hymn number 1031, May I Be Filled with Loving Kindness. The words are also on our screens.
Everybody stands here and describes themselves. So I could say I'm an old white guy with gray hair, but that's meaningless. What is really important is what the great philosopher Satchel Paige said. And what Satchel Paige said was, how old would you be if you did not know how old you were? And think how important that is. If you are physically in good shape, mentally in good shape, productive, you're going to be younger than your chronologic age. And indeed, that's associated with longevity. Well, that had nothing to do with my talk. But just an opportunity to say something. Okay. So, Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day, and I'm amazed so many people are here. I thought everybody would be home having breakfasts and brunches with families. And that's one of the issues that Anna Jarvis was concerned about. She created the concept of Mother's Day in 1914, a time to honor one's mother. And that evolved over a time when florists started pushing by flowers and by greeting cards and go to restaurants and honor your mother that way. Well, Anna Jarvis, who is credited with initiating Mother's Day, shortly turned against it. And she said, "What have I caused? The commercialization of that." And that's something we deal with. And in how we celebrate, we want it to be emotional and supportive of those we care about. And that raises the issue of diversity. In many communities, individuals don't have the capability of ordering flowers and spending, used to be you could buy a greeting card for 25 cents. Now they cost dollars. Many communities don't have the capability of doing that. And so in communities, Mother's Day is celebrated in different ways and with different meanings. And Alice has covered many of the negative things that one may encounter, poor mothering, all of the issues. Well, one of the questions is, why do people want to become a mother? And that's very individualistic. Everybody has their own reasons for wanting to become a mother, and there's no reason to emphasize those. But I do want to mention kids that I've worked with, 13 years old, 14 years old, who are pregnant. And when you ask them, why are you pregnant? And the first thought is, well, it was a mistake that they got pregnant. But often it's not. It's because they want someone to love, that they've had nobody showing them love and affection and caring, and they want to become a mother so that they can have someone to love. And obviously, that's highly unrealistic and very difficult when young individuals who are not capable of providing role modeling to children become mothers. And what is it that evolves to make a healthy child? And I want to mention Aldous Huxley's book, Brave New World, which many of us have read. And if you remember what he did, he said that children in his Brave New World were not growing in a womb. They were growing in test tubes, in bottles. And these bottles received all of the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, everything that you needed to grow a intact fetus. But, you don't want a world where everybody is the same. So what they did, they modified the nutrients in these bottles so that some of these people would be born less intellectually capable. Some would be born stronger. They would be capable of doing things. And then there were, of course, the alpha people, the strongest. Well, that, at the time that Huxley wrote about it, was just kind of silly. It's not silly anymore, because now we know that while a fetus is growing within the uterus, they are affected by the hormonal environment that is present in the mother's body. And what happens is that when a pregnant woman is, and sometimes this is difficult to, because it's sometimes upsetting for people, but this is what we now know, and it's important that we know it. When a mother is experiencing high levels of stress, chronic stress during pregnancy, the hormonal environment in the mother's body changes. And there are levels of hormones produced which have an effect on the development of the fetus. And now that we have very sophisticated techniques that we can look at the developing brain of a fetus in utero while the fetus is growing, we now know that when a pregnant woman is suffering or experiencing high levels of stress, there are changes in the development of the brain. So it's not quite the same shape and areas as functional as when a mother is pregnant without stress. And these changes affect the behavior of the child, the learning ability of the child, and susceptibility to diseases such as depression, diabetes, heart disease, cancer that the child is exposed to. Well, what does this mean? It means that we need to pay more attention to pregnant women and the environment that pregnant women are living in and experience. And I mentioned young 13, 14-year-old kids. It's not just them. It's throughout the community. There are individuals undergoing high levels of stress who are pregnant in all communities surrounding where we are sitting now. And Alice did something wonderful. She had everybody do a brief meditation. And what's the benefit of that brief meditation? And what it does, it causes the areas of the brain that we call the stress reactive areas to calm down and lowers the concentration of the hormones that have an effect on the developing fetus. And it's important. There's probably nothing more important, at least for me, than finding ways to help pregnant individuals be calm, have their hormones in an ideal relationship so that the fetus can be born in a healthy state. Because it is very difficult to reverse the changes which take place in utero. Indeed, we can say that that's where healthy aging begins during uterine life. And what Alice did, a brief meditation like that, is extremely beneficial. And it'd be wonderful if this could be conveyed to all pregnant women. We need people to think clearly. We need people to reduce their engagement in impulsive behaviors. And you all know, and you've all experienced, when somebody has said something to you that upset you, somebody's cut you off while driving. You ever said something inappropriate? Yeah, we all do that. And the reason we do that is because as soon as we experience this event, there's a hormonal reaction which takes place, which interferes with our ability to think clearly and to focus. And that is when impulsive behaviors occur. And that is when a parent may say something to a child that is very upsetting to the child. That is when a parent may actually do something physical to a child. We need to help people learn ways to control impulsive behaviors so that children will not be exposed to negative, abusive situations from parents. And this is not just the responsibility of the mother, it's the responsibility of the father and the mother. Indeed, we'll say that ideal situation exists. Of course, it doesn't always exist, but when it does exist, the interrelationship between the mother and the father is extremely important. They should create an atmosphere of calmness, of caring, of love, of hugging for the child. And if the parents are not getting along, if somebody is angry, the children hear this and are exposed to us. And it's so critical that people learn the importance of calm behavior when they are raising a child. We want children to grow up being mentally and physically healthy. We want them to grow up being happy and content and safe. One of the factors that contributes to this is engagement in religious practices. It's very fascinating that there's not fascinating, there's a strong relationship between religiosity and health. And this is one of the things for those people who are interested in it is beneficial. There's also some simple techniques that you can use. One of the things that you can do is condition your brain to be calm when you are upset. And one of the things that you do is you pick a phrase like, all will be well, things are good, God loves me. And you say this phrase to yourself many times on many days when you are happy, when you are content. You do it when you're happy. All is good. I am fine. You pick a phrase. And what you will do is exactly what Pavlov did with his dogs. He conditioned and trained his dogs when they heard a bell ring, they would engage in a certain physiologic reaction. If you do this, if when you're happy and content, you say to yourself, I am well, all is God, all is good. When you are upset and you say this little phrase to yourself, very rapidly, within seconds, your brain will recognize that this phrase is associated with being calm and being happy, and your brain will calm down and the proper hormonal balance will be restored in the body. We need people to do things like this, especially individuals who are pregnant, but also all individuals. We want to be able to create an atmosphere where people care, those who have children, for whatever reason they have the children, are kind to the children, are supportive of the children, and help the children grow to be healthy throughout the aging process, so that when these kids are, pick a number, 50, 60 years old, and somebody says to them, how old are you? They will say, you know, that number doesn't matter. I remember what Satchel Paige said. How old would I be if I didn't know how old I were? And I'm a lot younger than my physiologic age. And that has a meaningful effect on health. So this is Mother's Day. It's a day to celebrate mothers. Alice pointed out many issues associated with this. We need to make it better. We need to create a society which is healthier mentally and physically than our current society. And if we do this, and if we work towards this, we will have the benefit of knowing that our life is meaningful. And what makes a meaningful life? It's doing things for other people. So I'm going to stop there, and I am going to say we will now do hymn 1012.
When I am frightened,
As we extinguish the chalice, please join me in reading the words. They're printed in your order of service or on the screens. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Benediction, please.
I did a lot of reading trying to figure out what a benediction is, and basically it's whatever you want it to be. So one of my concerns is that we talk about things, and we say we're going to do things, and they never get done. Let me give you some examples, because nothing is actually new. Aristotle closely connected the body and the soul. He said a healthy soul and a healthy body are interrelated, and both are necessary for a flourishing life. In Exodus, it says, "Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be on your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you, and none will miscarry or be barren in your land. I will give you a full lifespan." Still not doing that. Rabbi Maimonides, maintaining a healthy and sound body is among the ways of God. For one cannot understand or have any knowledge of the Creator if he is ill. Therefore, he must avoid that which harms the body and accustom himself to that which is healthful and helps the body become stronger. There's thousands of these. Proverbs, "A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body." And in Genesis it says, "The Lord God said, 'It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him.'" And there was Eve, and there was the start of mothers. And we hear many things that we should be doing from Aristotle back thousands of years. Do we do them? And my point is, we need to all do the things which promote kindness and peace and health and longevity. And we need to be role models, because remember, children when they're born don't know right from wrong. They don't know what to do. They learn from their role models, and the importance of all of us being meaningful role models so children will know the proper behaviors that will help promote a long and healthful life for them.
Songs my mother taught me in the days long vanished, seldom from her eyelids were the teardrops Now I teach my my memory's treasure. Songs my mother taught